whatever you need to do. Good evening and welcome to L.E.A.D, Life Enrichment and Development. I'm your host, Maurice Blair. Today we have two super guests or superstars. I don't know whichever one is which, but Mr. Roland Genesy and Miss Tracey Taylor. How you doing?
Fine, and you?
Doing great.
So how's everything been going, Roland?
Everything's going good, man. No complaints. Just got a lot of projects I'm working on right now and trying to keep them all moving.
Right.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to visit your facility a few times and very impressed with it. And it's centered around your youth program. Could you tell us a little something about that? Yeah, and what motivated you to start this youth program?
Oh man, I don't know where to start. There was quite a few things. Growing up, I was kind of got caught up in a lot of stuff growing up, and I put together this youth program because I didn't want young men in the city of Memphis to go through a lot of the things that I went through growing up. And I tried to put together a program that would incorporate fitness, nutrition, boxing, basketball, football, things that young men are drawn to.
Absolutely.
And I was fortunate and blessed to be able to put together a program transforming bodies and minds that implement all these things.
I like that title. I like that. That's a catchy. I like that. It's been great, man. I mean, it really. I started the program back in 2009. Some of the components of the program are leadership skills, financial planning, career development. We do a lot. I take these guys out to the movies. We hang out. We watch documentaries. Of course, we work out all the time. I got boxing coaches that come in and work with them. Right.
We do everything from working on a resume, financial planning, to getting in the gym, training together, eating together. So we're like a family.
Family, right.
And those are some things that I kind of was missed out on growing up, man. I took some wrong turns, but somebody was praying for me. I got it right along the way.
Right.
And I've been blessed to be able to have this 15,000 square feet facility, man. So I'm just doing what's been put upon my heart to do to make a difference.
What's the location of your facility?
It's at 2876 Directors Cove.
Okay.
Right off of Airways.
Great. That's the easiest. It's easy. I know I eat sometimes Catfish Cabin.
Oh, yeah.
It's right down the street from that. But that's great. And Miss Tracey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
And so I gather you are a newcomer to this area.
Yes.
But you pack a big punch, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. So tell us a little something about yourself.
Well, I grew up as an athlete, and I played at Hillcrest High School and University of Tennessee at Martin, and I've always had a passion for athletes and personal training. And so fitness and health has always been my passion. And that's the route I'm taking, and I just joined a great team,
right.
So I'm excited about that.
Right, Roland has a great team. I've had the opportunity to become acquainted with him years and years ago, and he's always, kept elevating himself to higher levels, and his work is totally quality work, and I, we I feed off of him as well, and he does a good job. So you're in good company, and you're going to become not only you're going to be incited with a lot, and
right.
he brings a lot to the table. So what sport were you involved in in high school?
Basketball was the primary sport.
Okay.
I was also a track runner, and I participated in volleyball and softball.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. And so just let's say 5, 8 years from now, what do you see yourself? What is some of your goals, or one of your goals?
I hope to be a strength and conditioning coach. I want to work with Special Olympics, basketball players, sports specific.
Great, good deal. Good deal. Well, you're definitely in the right company and doing the right thing. Also, Roland, and
You know, and I remember back in the day when we was in bodybuilding competitions, and I remember, you know, when you competed in the Big River Shelter, my competition, and it was many moons ago.
Yeah,
but you really excelled and done well since then. But what's attractive to me is, and what I love to see in you and enjoy seeing in you, is you're not one-dimensional. And what I mean by that, it's not all about lifting weights. It's not all about bodybuilding. What you're bringing and offering to our youth is extraordinary. It's like a diamond in the rough. You're helping them to develop into productive young men in the community as well. So by interacting with them in the gym and even outside of the gym, that really, you know, gives them an opportunity to have a leg up in life and have a better choice, make good choices, and then also not be on in the right road altogether, but also going in the right direction. And so, you know, you keep up the good work as well. And you mentioned boxing. Were you ever a boxer?
I boxed a little bit growing up.
Okay.
I was actually boxing and bodybuilding around the same years, and I started losing speed and flexibility as a boxer because I was lifting so many weights. So there came a point I had to make a decision whether I wanted to be a boxer or a bodybuilder. Well, I guess you see what. You know.
Well, I put my money, if you went into boxing, you'd have been the next Mike Tyson. You'd have knocked him out. I wouldn't box.
Oh,
But anyway, but that's good, because what our communities need individuals like yourself who brings that extra to the table, who has a willingness to take up time with our youth, because it's very, very challenging, because sometimes, you know, parents are going in all directions. You know, you got single parent homes, and sometimes, you know, kids, they look up to and excited to come into your place and engaging in those activities. I saw a nice computer lab there, is that right?
Right.
Yeah. That's what it's about. Being able to be Nursianic in that way.
Right.
And also, I was like I asked Mr. Tracey, I want to ask you the same thing. 5 to 8 years from now, what is one of some of your goals?
Man, I have a lot. I guess my primary goal right now is to see this youth program known all over the city, Mid-South, and to open up more.
I understand.
Youth programs. I feel like there's not enough youth programs, not just in this city, but cities abroad
that's true.
That cater to inner city youth, because it's so easy, man, to get for the youth today to get caught up out here in these streets.
I agree.
And I think they don't have nearly enough programs for preventive care. For these young men.
I like that.
And I mean, I know the ladies, you know, these young girls have their things and their issues they go through, but I can, you know, this program is you know, catered to young men ages 13 to 17.
Yeah, okay.
And
that's a great age.
Yeah. That's the age where they kind of, you know, around 13, 14, where they start, you know you can lose them.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
So
believe that.
And I know that I can't. My program is not, you know, the program that's going to change every young man's mindset if he's going down the wrong path, but, you know, I'm going to do my part.
Well, that's it. You know, you're casting the net, and the fact of the matter is, you know, when you're casting that, some of the fish get away, but you also just as sure some of them get away, some of them are captured, and that's the ones you're able to influence and help make a difference in their lives and where they can go and be successful young men. I want to add to that. You know, it's heartbreaking to see, you know, our youth. You see them searching and looking for something, but it's nothing out here. There's very few things out here for them to do in a positive way. So they get caught up. You know, they're influenced by their peers. They get caught up in doing with gangs, and that becomes their family. And it's only because it's not enough facilities, it's not enough people like you guys who are willing to reach out and sacrifice, because you're not doing it for the money, because you and I both know, even what I do with L.E.A.D, when you're working with the youth, when you're working in the community, if you're doing that to get rich, where you only set yourself up for disappointment.
Ain't gonna happen.
It's got money in it, but you put countless and countless hours into it, time into it, and when you do that, it connects you. Your heart connects with it.
Exactly.
So when this young man or young lady hurts, you hurt with he or she, because your goal is to see them through, and sometimes they haven't graduated to that level of understanding or maturity where they're beginning with the ending in mind. And like I say, by offering programs like that you have is very, very good. Tell us a little something about how did your boxing camp go? Because my son Kobe, he wanted to be a part of it, but he happened to be out of town that week. But I heard you saying it's going to be an ongoing thing.
Well, the boxing camp we decided to hold off on.
Okay.
We're actually going to implement it when the youth program starts back on the 20th of August. Okay. And it'll be a part of the actual youth program.
Good deal.
When it starts
Good deal.
off. Yeah.
Well, that's another avenue for young men to be involved in, because. So many of them, love basketball, football, but
I feel like boxing would be really great. I had it incorporated last year as a part of the program, but not to this level that it's going to be now. I feel like a lot of young men get kind of persuaded into gangs because they feel intimidated. They can't take care of themselves. They want protection, but these young men coming through Transforming Bodies and Minds youth program are going to be well equipped. They're going to be smart. They're going to be self-defense. They're going to know how to take care of themselves. They're not going to be bullied, and they're not going to be bullies either.
I got you.
So
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah. Also, Miss Tracey, with you, I know working with individuals, training them. I know you've had some gratifying moments when clients of yours have allowed them to help them reach their goals. Collaborate on us about that a little bit. Elaborate with us.
Well, the most heartwarming training experience I've had was working with Special Olympics. I actually volunteered when I was a college student, and to see a individual that had different disabilities walk across the stage and graduate, that was like the most heartwarming thing ever.
Good deal.
So I spent like 3 months training those kids. Good and deal. I was able to see that.
Right. And not only that, to watch them grow, to watch their self-esteem
exactly
raise, to watch their self-confidence come up to the next level. Being a part of that is surely gratifying as well, and that gives them confidence also in other areas of their lives. And same thing with you, Roland. It gives them total confidence. Once a gentleman sets a goal, a young man sets a goal. Well, I want to bench press 200 pounds. Well, you get that 200 pounds. That builds his self-confidence, saying, well, okay, if I can do this, when I sit down and study and apply myself to take this test, I can pass this test academic-wise. I've seen that occur in several areas with me working with young men as well. It builds their self-confidence, and that's what it's about. It's not the goal. It's not, in actuality, it's not the goal they're setting. It's what they become in reaching that goal. Right. And all three of us can attest to that. Is that right?
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's exactly right. Also, what are some of the upcoming events or functions you possibly have planned in the future with the youth?
We're probably off to a late start. I recently, back in February, did a we call it. Just had a lock-in.
Okay.
And it was a great success. I had about 45 young men show up.
Is that right?
And had some great guest speakers. It was great, man. It was the first time I've ever done a lock-in. Took me a few days to recover from it, but it was great, man. I mean, it was everything I imagined and more. You know, I had 45 African-American males coming together. Nobody argued, nobody fought. They had a great time. We had 5 restaurants cater food. We had a live DJ.
Okay.
They had 3-point shootout, bench press competition, arm wrestling competition. It was great, man.
We had came over there.
Oh, they had a good time, man. It was great, and I really wanted to do another one before school started back, where we got a late start on getting it together, because I wanted to do a supply drive for like materials they needed for school and everything. But there's a lot of things that are going to take place. I'm actually switching the program up. The program has always been a 9-month program.
Okay.
And I've always believed in only having 8 to 10 guys in the program, so that we're able to like really watch these guys, and you know, and not having an abundance of guys.
I understand.
And, you know, some of them feel like you're not really paying attention to them. So I wanted to always keep the group small. And it was a 9-month program, and all these guys came out and graduated.